Hotkey Books presents Tenderly I Am Devoured, written by Lyndall Clipstone and read by Sarah Ovens. If we are strong enough in our souls, we can rip away the veil. Let God consume us, devour us, unstring our bones. Then, spit us out, reborn. Donna Tartt, The Secret History. Chapter 1. Now. The pallid swans spear through the settling dusk, across a sky the colour of bruised plums. I'm framed by their flight as I leave the station, their silent inland progression like an arrow marking my path. Today is my 18th birthday, the time of year when spring takes delicate bites out of winter. There's heat in the air, and some of the trees already have early blossoms, garlanding the shadows pink. Today is my birthday, and like the swans in the sky, I am going home. I don't want to be back here, not now and not like this, with my right arm bound tightly by layers of bandages from wrist to elbow, a healing wound throbbing beneath. With the strap of my satchel cutting into my shoulder and my suitcase dragging behind me, heavy with everything I packed in a hurry. The train from Estera to our village station leaves only once a day, travelling through the night as it makes the slow crawl northward to Verse. I'd had to run all the way to the station, heartbeat wild as I imagined myself stranded all night on the empty platform. I would have done it, too, staying the night in the station, just like how I left behind all the books and clothes and things I couldn't fit into my satchel or suitcase. I'd have done anything except turn back and enter the grounds of Marchmain Academy again. Now, I still feel wild and rushed, despite the long overnight ride on the train where I slept with my cheek pressed against the window. By the time I reach the border of our family's lands, I'm sweating beneath my brother's hand-me-down coat. The rows of bracelets I put on over the ugly linen bandages on my arm clink and clatter as I roll back my sleeves. Inside the collar of my coat is a neat laundry stamp that says Henry Arriscane. It's been crossed out and replaced with my own shortened name, a messier, hand-stitched Lark. Once, generations ago, our family owned all the land between the station and the sea. But by the time my mother came here as a new bride, all that was left was a single acre of woods and the stretch of seashore where our cottage sits above the breakwater. And, of course, the salt mine, where we have hewn our living from the earth for as long as anyone can remember. The entrance to our woods is marked by a simple fence, wire stranded between splintery posts, a locked gate. The padlock is simple brass, and when I was 12, I painted the wooden gateposts with shells and feathers and flowers. That seashore scene made by my inexpert brushstrokes felt like a talisman. I truly believed that while those decorations were there, no one except me and my brothers could pass. I have the key out by the time I reach the gate, but it's already unlocked, propped open by a piece of granite stone. Time has worn away my painting, and only faded patches of colour are left. Frowning, I lift the stone away from the gate. It's been there a long time, because there's a deep, muddy divot beneath, filled with a nest of beetles that go scuttling away when I lift the stone. Without my talismans, the entrance feels so unguarded. The opened latch hangs toothless and wrong. I close the gate, anchoring the stone behind it. Then, taking the ribbon from my hair, I tie it through the space where the lock should go. With the gate tied tight and safe and closed, I'm all shut up inside the Arriscane woods, a barrier between me and the path back to the train, back to school. The wind picks up, harsh against my cheeks and whipping my untied hair into knots. It smells of salt and sea and is familiar in a way that makes all my bones feel soft. If I closed my...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?